All right, everybody, welcome back to our Google Sheets lesson. Okay, you should have had all this ready to go from our last one. Someone told me the names are kind of blurry, so if you didn't get them, go ahead and pause it right now and make sure you have all this information. Make sure it matches mine exactly. Okay, if you have that, let's get rolling. So first we're going to review some of the things we learned, right? Like average. We know how to do an average, don't we? The beautiful thing about Google Sheets is I can either make my own equation equals, as long as I know kind of how to make it tick. It even helps you guess, right? I just put average here, and the computer said, oh, he probably wants to average all 3 test scores, right? So here I have a list of students and their test scores, and I'm like, oh, well, I want to know how they did on all of them. Okay, so I started clicking in average. It helped me out. It even suggested some cells to use, a range of cells. That's what we call it. This would be my range. Now I'm going to hit tab. Boom, and I get an average. Okay, so let's go ahead and try the other way, right? Equals, I come over to my functions button, and I click on average. Then I select the cells I want, 81. Now remember, I don't need to do it to every one, right? We learned a trick. I can simply put my mouse on this bottom right square and drag it down. It's going to take the formula, right? Look up here, average. And as I move down the cells, see how my numbers change? C6 to E6, C7 to E7, C7 to E7. It's going to take that formula and copy it with the appropriate cells. Okay, so let's go ahead and drag it all the way down to Terry Zach. Wonderful. That's a lot of decimals, though. Do I need that many decimals? No. So let me highlight the column. And up here where I have 0.00, I can decrease decimal places. And I'm just going to keep clicking that until I get to no decimal places. Now I have a set average. It would also be appropriate to bold my headers and even make them a little bit larger and even center them. Or if you want to, right justify so they're in combination with the numbers. That just makes it easier to look at. Okay, let's go ahead and add the rest of our columns, max and min. Now remember, I don't need to go in bold and change the font size, right? Now that I have this one formatted, I can come click on my paint roller. And now the next immediate cell I click on, it's going to copy that exact format. Boop. Right, save you time. Equals max, highlight. Remember, I don't want the average now, I just want the tests. I just want the tests. I want to know everybody's maximum and everybody's minimum. Just the tests. Okay? And I can copy that down to all the columns. Wonderful. Now, of course, I can do a class average. Class average. Bold equals average, and I want the average of this entire column. Boop. Once again, I need to shrink down my decimal places. I'm going to keep clicking this button until I get down to none of them. Notice it rounds for me. Right here I have 5, 7, 6, 9. If I go less 1, that 6 turns to a 7. That 7 turns to an 8. I have 5.8. That's going to round my 5 up to a 6. 84.6. That's going to round my 84 up to an 85. And I can continue to drag this formula across all the way. Now notice my average for test 1, test 2, and test 3 give me an average of all the tests. The average maximum is a 90. The average minimum is an 82. I wonder if I can get a range. We'll have to stay posted on that. See, look at all of these equations we can use. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so much more that we could do. And we'll get there. They pay people big bucks to work with spreadsheets. Could save people a lot of trouble. Let's see. Max, minimum, average. Good. And if I want to know how many people took the test, I could say number of students. Make my column fit the width. Use my paint format to make sure these are equal. Equal. This one is count. And I'm going to highlight all the way down to Zach Terry. 26. Well, that makes sense. I started at 29. I finished at 29. I started at 4. So that's 3A I didn't use. 29, 28, 27, 26. That's correct. So all of these should be 26, right? And they are. 26 students. Wonderful. Excellent. Okay, good. So that one should be done. We're going to come back to this one later. We're going to learn more about standard deviation, range, a little more statistics information. But for right now, we're going to move on to a college sheet. Okay, I need you to make a new sheet. I need you to label it. Click down here where it says sheet number. Double click in there and make it say college sheet. College sheet 1. Good. Okay, once you do that, go ahead and copy down all this information I have right here. You have to pause it. Wonderful. All right, now what we can do is we're going to work on adding hyperlinks. So say we make a list of schools. We're going to make this bigger. And we want to put a website to it. So I'm going to highlight my name. I'm going to insert link. Insert link. Okay, now I can paste a link. Google has already searched for me what I want. If I want the University of Pennsylvania's own website, or if I want the Wikipedia website, and I can just click that, hit apply, and now it's blue. Anytime you see a blue number with an underline, you know that's a hyperlink, right? You already know that because you're tech savvy. Okay, so let's go ahead and add a link to all of these. Searching, that's the one I want. So say I share this with my parents or a teacher, and I'm like, if you want to know more about this university, here's what you can search. Here's what you can do. There you go. I want the Berkeley one, Cal Berkeley. Go ahead and continue hyperlinking all of these. Good. All right, now that they're hyperlinked, right? If I click on one, this little window pops up and it asks me if I want to go there. If I click on the link, it will take me to their website where I can learn more about what's going on. Okay, so here's now what I want you to do. I want you to go to each website and find out the location of each of these schools. Location and their undergrad population. Undergrad population. Let's go back to our sheet. Location, undergraduate enrollment. How many kids go there for undergraduate degrees? Don't forget to widen your column. So for instance, at Penn, when I go to, let's see, I can click back on Penn to go back to the beginning, or go back button. Can I do that? When I go to about, as a Canadian would say, when I go to about, I can look here. It's in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and go back to my sheet and in location put Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Okay, I don't like how I copy and pasted and kept the colors with it. I don't want that. So I'm going to go ahead and go to format. I'm going to go to, let's see. It should be format. Clear formatting. And now it's clear. Okay, but now I'm going to go ahead and find a place where I can do a map of this, right? So if someone wants to know, well, where's Philadelphia? They can find it. So let me do this. Let me insert a link. I don't want Philly as a Wikipedia, right? Or visit Philly. I could possibly do that. So let's try this instead. Let's go to our own new tab, maps.google.com. And we're going to type in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. There we go. Now if I can copy this link, go to my Google Practice sheet, insert link, paste it there, and apply. If someone clicks on Philadelphia, it'll take them to the Google Maps location. Now on their own, they can maybe scroll out, kind of see what's going on. Over here we got some photos. So Philly's up by above DC. It goes DC, Philly, New York, Boston. Remember that. DC, Philly, New York, Boston. DC, Philly, New York, Boston, Massachusetts. Over here's Cape Cod. All right. Pittsburgh's on the other side. The Steelers are over here. The Phillies are over here. The Eagles are over here. The Pittsburgh Penguins are over here. All right, Duke's down here. Durham. Okay, then you go to Atlanta, Georgia. All right, it's a 6-hour drive from Atlanta to Durham. So go ahead and finish answering the location and putting a location service on each of these. All right, for undergrad enrollment, I could probably go 2. Keep searching. Oh, full-time undergraduate students, 10,468. Okay, you might have to search a little bit. Every website's going to be different on this one. Make sure you resize it too, so you kind of have what's. It all looks the same. Wonderful. Any questions? Format, clear formatting. When in doubt. All right, good luck.